All right. Hey, what is happening? What's happening, world? James, can you hear me? Checking. Um, I've got multiple devices going on here, so I just want to make sure that if you can hear me, let me know in the comments, in the chat, please. Just one, can you see my screen? Can you see me? Two, can you hear my voice? I am checking. Okay, it looks like we're live on LinkedIn. I've got a thumbs up here. Is that Raj? Man, haven't seen you in years. Okay, hope you're well, brother. All right, so let me just play around with this thing. I'm gonna do this into a really cool tool that I've been using for the last 3 months. Really, I've been testing just different ways to improve the workflow that myself and my team use for our clients and for our own blog. And if you're watching this, I'm pretty sure you're aware that producing content on a consistent basis is essential, really, to grow your brand, to grow your reach, to show your expertise and build credibility, all those good things. But one of the biggest challenges, particularly with writing articles, is time, and then on the other side of that is also the process itself. Whether it's brainstorming ideas, what do I write about. There's also another element here, which is probably definitely a deeper element, which is around confidence. Who's going to want to read my stuff? Am I going to come across as a fool? All those things come up, and I'm not going to address all those things, but I'm going to show you a way that when you go through and utilize a tool like this, you can really help address definitely those concerns as they're coming up for you. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to, I'm going to say hello. Raj, man, really, I'm just thinking about the White Party and Raj and all the great things that he does. Wanted to welcome James as well, who's also online on YouTube. Anyone else, if you're on there, let me know. Just for a hello in the comments or a chat. Tell me a bit about your business and what you do. And this is not just for me to know, but for other people who are watching and that are in there in the comments with you. They can also get to learn a bit about what you do and the kind of work, that the great stuff that you're doing out there. Okay, so let's bring up my slide deck. I'm going to go like so. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, I want to check just to make sure that you can hear me. Is everyone able to hear me? No sound from Raj. Okay, this is not good. Okay, let me come back. Check, 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 sound check. Yes, perfect now. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right, this is why I need a co-pilot to do this thing. But anyway, I'm learning, and let's redo and start again. Let's pretend that didn't happen. All right. As you can see, even someone who's had experience still needs to learn how to do some of these things. Okay. Let's bring up the screen again. So it looks like okay, so all right, so can you see the slide deck? Is that coming up on your screen right now? Thanks, James. Can you hear me? And can you see the slide deck? Just give me a yes or audio is good, slides are good. Loud and clear. Hey, Tanya, good to see you. Okay, so let's rock and roll. Sorry, guys, just tech fun madness. All right, so this is what we're going to cover today. All right, we're going to talk about this tool. It's called Jarvis, and this is one of various software that's out there in the market right now. I'm just going to say this is, having tested a few of them, this is the one that's sort of standing head and shoulders above the rest. I'm going to talk about what AI copywriting software won't do for you. So there are some common misconceptions about the software and what it does, and I'll just clarify some of that before we get into the actual steps to creating a long form article using Jasper AI. All right, so there are there's a process that I take, and I'm going to show you that entire process using the tool. So you walk along with me as I produce an article from scratch using Jarvis. All right, so and then we'll wrap up with how to turn on boss mode or activate boss mode, which is a function or a version of Jarvis which allows you to take control of the AI and write 2 times faster than without it. So let's get into it. All right, I'm going to skip that question because it's not relevant to this conversation. And I need to fix a slide deck. All right, so let's go. So before we start, I want to just give you a quick heads up here. You can get a free trial of the software using the link that's on the screen there. That's my link, and that will give you 10,000 words for free. And if you think about, you know, what 10,000 words is, that could be 10 times 1,000 word articles. That could be, you know, lots and lots of LinkedIn posts or Facebook posts or whatever it is that's you know, social media posts that you're writing. But that's well enough, like a lot for you to play with. So definitely worth grabbing that and having a play with it. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, let's just look at what is Jarvis. Okay, so it's essentially a tool. Let me go back to that last screen. Okay, so you can say here, you can see on the screen, it actually says, right, let Jarvis write your marketing copy. Okay, it is your AI copywriting assistant, and I want you to think of it that way. Right, so some people have gotten into trouble because when they have the misconception that AI software will do everything, the whole thing for you. It's not like you can just give it an instruction or a word or a topic, and then it's going to write the entire article, you know, reference everything for you, grab links from different websites and resources. It's not going to do all of that, right? It's not intended to be that. Okay, so Jarvis can help you write articles, blog posts, social media posts, sales letters, even books. There have been authors who've utilized this tool to write their books and get them published and gone #1 on Kindle and all those things that happen. Sneak preview, I guess, but that's actually one of my goals for this year, is actually to use this tool to write my book. So more details on that coming soon. But so that's what it is. It's a tool. It's a copywriting assistant. What it's not your writer. It's not your editor. Okay. So what the tool allows you to do, it allows you to shift from being the writer and let's say the writer into more becoming the editor. Okay, and that's where, you know, there's still a requirement for you or someone in your team to actually, you know, go through the content or the words that have been produced by this software, and then clean it up, and, you know, add links, add references, do some fact checking, right? If the AI spits out some numbers and facts and things like that, I wouldn't take it at face value. Definitely recommend you don't do that. And I actually think it's better to check and find your resources and link to research and data and whatever it is that's required to give your content weight. Okay, so that hasn't changed, right? But what this does allows you to do, and you're going to see it in a moment, it speeds up the whole process of getting to that point where you're ready for editing, and it's already been able to halve my time to produce content. I've written 3,000 word articles in a matter of a couple of hours versus 2 or 3 days, and I've got those. Some of those have actually ranked first page on Google, which has been a great result. And I've done that for clients as well. So let's get into the steps to writing an article. Okay, so for those of you who've written articles, you probably have your own process, but typically we start off with a title. We then have an intro paragraph. Then we have an outline of, you know, what the different sections of the article that we're going to write about, and then we basically flesh out that outline and we turn, you know, the outline into paragraphs. Okay, and then we wrap up with a concluding paragraph and typically a call to action of some sort. All right, so if this looks okay and this is what you do, just put a yes into the chat, or, you know, if you do something differently, I'd like to hear about that too. So just let me know if there's anything different about your process. Okay, so all right, so what I'm going to do now, let's switch over to the actual tool, and we're going to take that off. I'm going to share this tool. Okay. So what you should be seeing on my screen, okay, I'm getting a yeps from James. Thanks, mate. I love the interaction. Okay. And what we can see is we're inside of Jarvis. We're inside of the tool right now. I probably should share it on the screen, shouldn't I? Okay, here we go. There it is. Let's blow that one up. Ah, better. Okay, that's what I wanted. Okay, so you can see that when you're in the tool, there are a bunch of different templates that are available to you. Okay, so you have everything from these are copywriting frameworks. Okay, so these are, if you're familiar with copywriting, you would know some of these. The attention, interest, desire, action framework. You've got the problem, agitate, solution framework. The feature, the benefits, and then there's also a before and after bridge framework. These are all different types of frameworks or templates that are utilized for copywriting and by professional copywriters. Very effective in what they do. These are embedded in here, and these new ones are being added, you know, from time to time. So really great templates that you can utilize to write your content. There's email templates. All right, so if you want to write emails, there's bullet points, personalized cold emails, email subject lines. There's also the content improver, which is one of my favorite templates of all of them, and I'm going to show you how it works. Website templates, blog templates, You can run, if you're doing ads, there are ad templates in here, e-commerce templates if you're doing e-commerce, product features, product descriptions, social media, right? If you're writing social media posts, captions for Instagram, you can even write your bio. I actually use Jarvis to rewrite my LinkedIn summary. So if you actually go and look at my summary on LinkedIn, that I actually used this tool to help do that within 30 minutes. It was really, really, well, I think it was in 15 minutes, which is really quick. Okay, and then you've got some video templates if you're doing YouTube stuff or if you're doing videos, which is really helpful here. There's even Google Ads, Google My Business if you're a local business. So I hope you're starting to see some of the applications here that can be relevant to what you're doing, all right, in terms of your content. There's SEO on there as well. So let's come back to here. And I am going to share. Let me see if it's going to let me do it. Okay. Whilst I'm doing this, I'd love to hear just one template that you would like to try out that would be useful for you. Let me know, okay, in the chat. And let's see if I can show this in stream. Okay, just playing around with different views here. So I'm going to pop myself. What I can do is, I'm just trying to work out how to maximize this screen. Okay. That's not going to work. I think we'll go with this mode. Okay. All right. So we have, yeah, content improver. All right. That's the magic one, man. So James is on it. All right. So we're going to talk about, let's write a blog post together. I've just started intermittent fasting. So if you're familiar with that, great. If you're not familiar with it, we're going to learn about it right now. Okay, so let's think about, let's find ourselves I'm going to see if there's a way that I can make this bigger screen for you. Okay, so we're going to go blog. Let's go blog post topic ideas. All right. Okay, so here we can then put in the topic or a company name. If you're writing about a company, you put your company name in there. But we're going to, oh, excellent. Okay, I'm getting some comments here from Elitza, how to write story from interview, scientific writing. I'm going to say that, again, this AI software will not do all the research required for scientific writing. Okay, so if you're expecting it to do that, it's not really useful for that purpose, right? If you, it's really meant to be a copywriting assistant to help with sort of more your non-technical writing, right? So if you're in a very specialized field and you're looking to write technical pieces, this can certainly aid you in certain elements of that, but it's not, you may find that it might end up taking you more time. So it's something to really be clear about, and just understand the research phase of technical work. This tool won't speed it up for you. You're still going to need to do that piece. Okay, so okay, we've got the blog post topic ideas. I'm going to punch in here intermittent fasting. Right. Okay, so I want to look at, okay, losing weight. That's one of my goals. And improving energy. Okay, and then you got to think about who your audience is. So It's got some examples here: marketers, mums, Bitcoin holders. I could write an article about intermittent fasting for Bitcoin people. All right, but that's not what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to leave that for now, and then you can define a tone of voice. So you know, you can say expert. You can really play with this, and people have been doing really fun things using celebrities' names of specific. You know, Donald Trump. I wouldn't use that one, but you know, that's something to play with. And then you can give it examples of, you know, losing weight and improving energy. Okay, so for example, all right, what I want to do now is I'm going to, you can put in up to 10 outputs, and the tool is going to hit generate, and it's going to now take the information I've given it, and it's going to spit out on here some ideas on topics. And this could be the title of your article, right? So, intermittent fasting guy, losing weight, improving energy how, losing weight, improving energy, how can you go without food and still feel energized? That's a good one. And if you like certain ones, you can put a star in there. What the heck is intermittent fasting? Okay, so let's do 5 more. Now, I was very specific in my product description, and therefore, you know, it's going to give me, okay, how to lose weight and improve your energy, meal prep, losing weight, intermittent fasting 101, intermittent fasting versus traditional diets. Okay, so it's giving me different angles, all right? So you can imagine, if you think about whatever topic you have in mind right now, something you want to write about, you know, you can put it in here, and then it's going to give you a bunch of different angles, okay? I'm going to pick one. Let's just go. I'm going to use this first one, how to lose weight, improve your energy. Let's put that in here, okay? Get rid of the expert with intermittent fasting. All right. I might have to just make that a little bigger for you. So let's just say that's the topic. All right. So now I'm going to copy that. And once you have the topic, next thing you want to do is now you're going to write the introduction. Remember when we looked at those 5 steps, okay? So we want to write an introduction for this post. So we're going to go across to templates. You can see I've got my favorite templates already here. But so what I want is the blog post. Actually, I'm not going to use the blog post outline yet. I'm going to use the PAS framework, okay? And this is going to allow me to, so I just took the title, right? And then I'm putting that into here to say how to lose weight, improve energy, intermittent fasting, okay? I can just copy that and put it in there as well. And then I want to be, the voice I want here is expert, okay? So let's generate some content. Let's see what Jarvis comes back with whilst I have a sip of coffee. Okay, so what I would do is let's hide that. I think if I switch to here, that's going to give you a better view of the tool, all right? So thanks for the comment, the feedback there, Litza. So hopefully this makes the screen easier for you to see. Okay, so I've just taken the title, I've put it into here, and then given it a description. We're using the expert tone, and now we've gone to Jarvis. Okay, Jarvis, take that information, give me something back using this framework. Okay, problem, agitate, solution. Okay, so here we go. First one here says, the problem is losing weight is hard, but you know that it's important for your health and energy levels. You tried everything from low carb diets to cutting out soda, and nothing seems to work long term. Intermittent fasting has been shown to be the most effective method of losing weight quickly without sacrificing muscle mass or feeling hungry all the time. This guide will show you how, will teach you how intermittent fasting can help you lose weight and improve your energy levels safely while avoiding common mistakes that lead people down a path for healthy habits. How is that? I mean, like, that's just the first response. Okay, now there's a couple more here, right? Because I've selected 3 outputs. Okay, so it's giving me losing weight is hard, intermittent fasting makes it easier. Problem is most diets are too restrictive, make you feel deprived, which leads to binge eating later on. Who can relate to that? Yes, yes, yes. That's why the newest diet trend is intermittent fasting. IF allows you to eat what you want when you want, but restricts your eating window by a few hours each day. Okay. Another one here is most people who want to lose weight, improve their health, are struggling. All right, I like the first and the second one. I can actually, if I didn't like any of these, I could generate a few more and see if any of those worked. But this already, like, that is gold. Like, I'm going to say that's already useful. I'm going to copy that across to my text file here. So let me just share that for a second. Okay, so I've just taken that text, I put it in here. You can see we've got the title. Now we have the problem statement. Of course, you're going to remove problem, agitate, solution. You don't need those things in there. But just off the top of the, right off the bat, that's already a useful introduction to this particular article that we're going to write. Okay, so let's come back out of there. The next thing we want to do, right, is we're going to go from the intro to what do you need after the intro? Okay, so what we need is the outline. So we want to know what are the bullet points. We're going to brainstorm some bullet points on, well, what is the rest of the article going to contain? Okay, how do we expand upon the introduction so it's, we address the things that we're saying we're going to address, right? So what we're saying is this guy will teach you how intermittent fasting can help you lose weight and improve your energy level safely, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my templates, and let's go over to blog, and I want the blog post outline. Okay, so here I can copy again the title of the article. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to put, let's stick with the same tone of voice, and let's give us 5 outputs, generate. Okay, now this blog post outline template is really good for creating lists and outlines for articles, right? So any content that's like a listicle content or how-to style article or blog post is really good. Hey Anna, thanks for joining. The platform is called Jarvis. All right, so that's the tool we're demoing here. If you look at the description of this video, you can see there's links there. You can grab a trial. Yeah, if you have any more questions, let me know. Okay, so let's go into here. We've got blog posts. We've got the topic here, and now look what Jarvis has done. It's given us, okay, well, this article, here's an outline. It should cover what is intermittent fasting, how does it work, what are the benefits, what are types of fasting diets you can try, what are common myths, and what are some tips for starting an intermittent fast. Okay, so I could then copy that. There's some more ideas down here. What's the 16-18 fast? If you're familiar with it, you'll know exactly what it is. Benefits for weight loss, increased energy, better sleep, etc. How to get started. FAQ answered by experts. I like that. How to do a fast, recipes for the first few days. Okay, so we could literally pull, elements of all of these outputs and turn it into your outline for the article. Okay, so I'm just copying the first one, and then let me just share what I've put onto the text file. Okay, so here on my notepad, we've got the title, we've got the intro here, and now we've got the outline. So these are the 6 points that we're going to cover in this article, right? So now that we've got that, let's prepare this for paragraphs. So what we want to do is turn each of these bullet points, right, into paragraphs. So I'm going to start with the first one. What is intermittent fasting? All right. Let's hide that and flip back. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the next template, which is the one that James has been hanging out for, which is the content improver. Okay, so jump into content improver. So now this is the description of what it does. Take a piece of content and rewrite it to make it more interesting, creative, and engaging. Okay, so I'm going to put what is intermittent fasting. We're going to give it the expert tone of voice, and let's do 5 outputs, and let's generate that. Okay, so now it's going to take that particular bullet point or that idea, and now it's going to turn it into paragraphs for me, right? Okay, so you can see here, IF is a concept and a strategy where people fast for periods of time, typically 16 hours or more. Some fasters report feeling better physically and mentally after the first week because they have an improved ability to focus on work without distractions from hunger. Random fact, that is actually what happened to me when I started doing IF as well. So I can vouch for that actually happening, okay? This may also be due in part to their body's response when it breaks down fatty acids instead of carbs as its primary fuel source during this period, which releases all sorts of ketones that are associated with increased brain function, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so you can go through here. There's whole different ideas. There are more scientific things like on these fasting days, you eat only about 25% of normal daily calories. Now, again, if you are taking output that's coming from the AI like this, and it's got numbers in there, and it's got percentages, and it's got things like that, I highly recommend, you will have to go and fact check those things, right? You should not publish anything that isn't checked, okay, and doesn't have links to research that supports the claim, okay, because you don't want to be in trouble for making claims that are not real. Okay, so I'm going to use the first one, and let's put that into my document. There's a wow there from James. Okay. Oh man, mind blown, mind blown. All right, so if you anyone else got a wow on this, let me know in the chat, because that's the reaction I had when I first started playing with this too. Because you can see just like how quickly you're able to generate paragraphs from that. All right. So let me just show what I've just done. I've taken that paragraph and I've put it here under the the first section, what is intermittent fasting. Let me just zoom out a bit. Okay, so then I've put it in here. You need to clean up. It's not great with like grammar, so that's something that again you need to edit. And I use a tool called Grammarly, which allows me to actually go through afterwards and clean all of this up relatively quickly. But you can go through and manually edit if that's what you want to do. That's fine. Okay, so this may also this is probably too long a sentence for me, so I'd break that up instead of its primary fuel source, streams period. Okay, this is all sorts of ketones among what else? All right, there you go. Okay, great. So next one, how does it work? All right, so now I'm going to take that. Let's hide that screen there, and let's go back to Jarvis, Content Improver. Okay, so now I'm going to copy and paste the second bullet point, how does it work? Now, if you just put how does it work into the Content Improver, it doesn't know there's no context, all right? So Jarvis will not know what are you asking me to write about, okay? So I will then replace it with intermittent fasting. Okay, so how does intermittent fasting work? And then I'm going to hit generate content. And let's do its thing. And the nice thing is I get my 3 seconds, 10 seconds here to drink my coffee and respond to you guys. So thank you, Jarvis. Okay, so thinking. Let me just see if there's any more comments here. If you have any questions or anything like that, please, yes, throw it in the chat. This is a live engagement session. I hope you're all learning something today. And once again, if you want to go and have a play with this tool, you can see the link to a trial on the screen there, flashing on the bottom of the screen. So you can just head over to that link, go grab your free 10,000 word trial. Okay, what's happening? Okay, Jarvis, too much coffee for you, mate. All right, so I'm going to just do a quick refresh. Sometimes there is a, it could be because I'm doing a live stream at the same time. Usually it doesn't hang like that. So I'm just going to give it a quick refresh. Okay, so let's come back into here. How does intermittent fasting work? Let's generate. I think I'll just copy this and throw it in a chat here. Okay. How are we doing, Jarvis? Come back. Okay, here we go. How does intermittent fasting work? All right. Okay. IF is a diet where you eat your meals in an 8-hour window. For example, if you start eating at 12 and stop at 8 that day, then the next time you would be allowed to eat again would be from 4 a.m. until noon the following day. You can also do 16 by 8, which means go without food for 16 hours for every 24-hour period. This method helps even out blood sugar levels. Okay, so that's how it works. Okay. This is a different angle here. The female reproductive system is basic biological machinery that's not designed to go without food for long periods of time. However, IF can work within this framework because you're mimicking the natural human tendency towards feast or famine cycles. Okay, so it's a different. This is a different perspective. This is all about a calorie restricted diet. Okay, I'm going to go the first one. The first one is more like the technical, how does it work, which is more my style of writing. So you can see there are different variations here, and you're going to use, you know, what matches your own style. So let's come back to show this, and we are at how does it work. Clean that up. Excellent. Next one, benefits. Okay, now with benefits of intermittent fasting, I actually want to not just have a paragraph there. I actually want to have bullet points because I want to highlight and also want to show you how to do bullet points, right? So let's just come back to Jarvis. Okay, and so we're going to go to back to the templates. And I'm going to use the, again, the blog post outline, because that's the best one for creating lists, right? So I want to put here benefits of intermittent fasting, and I might give it, let's put down 5, okay? Let's hit generate. Hey, Cam2, thanks for joining. Hope you're doing well. Just giving a demo here of copywriting AI software. This tool is Jarvis, and showing you how to write a blog post within 30 minutes using Jarvis. Okay, so here we go. Intermittent fasting can help you lose weight. You'll have more energy during the day because your brain will get a break from constantly breaking down food. It's easier to maintain a healthy diet when you're not eating all the time. Your risk of heart disease decreases as your body starts to burn fat. Improve focus and communication. How good is that, right? Like, boom. Okay, that's just removed the process of me going to Google, searching benefits of intermittent fasting, reading through 3 or 4 or 5 different articles and research and all this kind of stuff. And it's just taken that process and turn it into like a 5-second process. Okay. Now, as stated before, you know, if there are claims here, and there are claims here, what I would need to do afterwards is to actually make sure I have, you know, actual sources where these things are confirmed, you know, by scientific research or experts and whatnot. Okay. And you want to do that anyway because you want to include links to other sources in your article. Okay, that's going to help with your SEO. But we're not going to have the SEO conversation. Okay, so I'm going to copy that, let's come back to my article. Right, so hope you're already starting to see the power of what this can do in terms of just speeding up your article writing process. So in here, benefits of intermittent fasting. There are multiple benefits of fasting that have been reported, including, okay, so one, I might take the numbers out and we're just going to turn them into bullet points like this, right? And 5. Okay, improve focus concentration. Excellent. All right, and then now we're getting down to the end. So I might not, let's not go for all 6 of these. I could, but just for the interest of time, let's take types of intermittent, well, let's take that one. We're going to come back to Jarvis. And let's go to our templates. We're going to go back to James's favorite template here, Content Improver, and mine. Types of intermittent fastings you can try. Okay, let's put it in there. Okay. Oop. So let me know what you are thinking so far. What's the first thing going through your mind right now as we wait for Jarvis to do its thing? But from what you've already seen, like just let me know in the chat here. Do you see this as something that can help you with writing your articles? Do you see this as something that can help you with writing your emails? Where can you see this applying for just your current process and things that you're doing? Okay, so I love that James asked that question because that's a really important question. Okay, the question that James has just asked. Let me just bring that on screen here. So the question here is, given that Jarvis is trawling the net for its content, what are the chances of plagiarism? Okay, so the creators of the tool claim there is a 0% chance of plagiarism, and that all content generated through the AI is original. Okay. Now, what I've seen is because it's pulling data from the internet and whatever's been fed into the system, that there are times where it will just push out or it will output paragraphs or text or sentences, and then it might even have a link or a name or a link of a blog or something where it came from. So one thing that I always advocate and that I do for all content I produce through Jarvis is to run it through a plagiarism checker before publishing. Okay, and there are a few in the market. Grammarly Pro does it. I don't recommend that one though. There's the one that I use is called Copyscape, and I did one last night, 2,500 words. I ran it through Copyscape, and it cost me like 20 cents, something like that. So definitely worth doing a check, so you don't have to deal with someone chasing you afterwards and coming after you with a lawsuit. So so the answer to the question is chances of plagiarism close to nil, but always cover yourself and run it through Copyscape or a tool like that. Copyscape is the best one on the market, and that will confirm whether or not anything's been plagiarized. Okay, so I hope that answers the question. All right, let's come back. What's going on with Jarvis? I do feel it's having issues because my computer is slow and I'm running live stream through it, as well as the internet connection and all kinds of things. All right. What's going on? But yeah, this rarely happens, folks. I'm just letting you know. Thanks for the thumbs up there. Come on, Jarvis, don't let me down. Okay. Here we go. See that? Boom, like that. All right, types of intermittent fast you can do. 3 main types are alternate day fast, whole day fast, or 24-hour period without consuming calories, modified daily calorie restriction. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so there are within the world of intermittent fasting, there are different types of fasts you can do. So that's what I'm wanting. I can copy that. I can then put it into my article. I'm just going to go show that to you here. Okay, so that's what Java just gave me. I have to clean this up a little bit because you can see, like I said, Java is not the best at grammar, but the information that's giving me is valuable. Okay, main 3 types of fast are alternate day fast, whole day fast. Okay. Okay, so they're the 3 main types of fast. Great. Okay, great. So now we can go into common myths. Let's hide that. Put it in here. Let's go common myths and generate. Yeah, no worries. Come to, that's right, it is Murphy's Law. Always happens when you're doing a live demonstration. Man, you'd think I'd have learned over all these years, but here you go. But I do love the interaction. Thank you everyone for playing with me. We learn best when we interact, right? So, okay, common myths was bit of humor here. I used to think intermittent fasting is only for skinny Hollywood stars. Okay. Okay, this is a good one. Okay, the vast majority of people only believe that the only way to lose weight and maintain a healthy lifestyle is by eating less calories. That's definitely a myth. I could also run this through the blog outline template again. So and say, give me 5 common myths of intermittent fast, and that will give me in bullet point form. Okay, there are a couple of ones here, like intermittent fasting is just a diet, true or false. I could use that. I could spend some time looking through these and pulling those. I'm just going to use the one that I just highlighted, just for sake of time. Anyways, myth 1. And then myth 2. To do that without the additional piece at the end there and see what it's going to give me, because I got a feeling that you want to get a better result. And this is the thing, right? You're going to learn how to play. Here it is. So look, this is better already, right? There are a lot of misconceptions around fasting, that you can't lose weight or maintain muscle mass. Excellent. Okay, so that's much better for what I'm looking for. So I'm going to use that, put that in here. And then I'm going to just do the last piece here before we get to the final conclusion. So let me just flip over to what I want for. No, I don't want the content improver. I'm going to go back, and I want the outline. Okay, so this is what I want. Okay, tips for starting intermittent fast. Let's say 7 tips. Hey, yeah, I'm glad you saw the demo, Litza. You can watch. If you have to go, that's all fine. You can watch the rest of it. Make sure you grab the free trial and have a play with it. That's the best way for you to see, really, experience the benefit of the tool. The link is in the description above in the video here. So do go ahead and play with it. Okay, so what is an intermittent fast? Benefits of fast? No, that's not what I want. Okay, start with a plan. Make sure to research the best fast for you. Eat your last meal. Take it slow. Boom, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm going to take that here. Okay, so we are now at the end of the article. Let me just show you where we're at with the article. So here we've got tips for starting an intermittent fast, and now we want to have a concluding paragraph. Yeah, so let's go back to Jarvis. And I'm going to go to templates, go to blog, and let's go to blog post conclusion. Okay, so that's one we can use, and we will use that one. But before I do that, I actually like for the conclusion, let's just see, there might be a better conclusion for me. Okay, so I'm going to use another one which is called bullet points. Or templates. Oh, what's going on? Let's go to all. Yeah, persuasive bullet points, right? So when we're wrapping up an article, we usually want to summarize and give, good practice here is to just give some bullet points on here are the things that we covered in the article or in the guide. Yeah. So let's start off with, we're talking about the type, what the topic is. So I'm going to copy that across from my article title. That's what we're talking about. And then for the description, we take, so I'm actually pulling this text that I've just pasted in here. I've taken that from the introduction that Java's created for me, right? So I'm taking that paragraph, I've copied that, I've put it into here, okay? I'm going to wrap up with the expert, and let's generate. Okay, so lose weight, learn science behind intermittent fasting, get to metabolism and weight under control, gain more energy, okay, common mistakes. So these are save time and get maximum results by understand how fasting works, stop the cycle, and have okay, so I could use that one. We can use multiple, like I could pick and choose from that, and you could do the same. I'm going to come back to my conclusion here. So let me just share what's going on in the article. Right, so down here, I'm going to put final thoughts on intermittent fasting. All right, I'm going to paste as you can, as we have covered in this article, IF at the same time, get my results over this here. Is okay. Let's reframe that. Here's what we have covered in this article. Right, save time, blah 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 blah. I could spend a bit of time tweaking that a little bit. And then I want to now come back to Jarvis, and I'm going to get the concluding paragraph. Okay, so let's do that. So what I'm going to do is go to templates, go to blog post conclusion, paragraph. Okay, so what are the main points? So I'm just taking that. That's literally the title of the article. And then if you have a call to action, okay, so download our free IF guide, getting started guide. If I had such a thing, but maybe whatever else, right? Okay, and you can even have a casual tone, but I'm going to stick with the expert and hit generate. Okay, so this is why. So I'm talking to James here, and everyone that was interested and is interested in doing a 30-day article writing challenge with me. If you are still interested, let me know either in a chat or send me a DM. But I am planning to make that happen. It's going to look like it's going to be in August, right? Because I've just been preparing all of this. I want to make sure if you are interested in doing the challenge that you actually go and grab the trial of this tool and then start using it, because that's gonna. Then I'm going to show you how to we're going to have some accountability, and we're going to work together into producing a series of articles in August together. Okay, so all right, so okay, conclusion paragraph. In this blog, we explored the benefits of IF and demonstrate how we blah blah. This sounds like things that will be beneficial to you. Go and download our free guide. Okay, with just 6 simple steps, you're going your way to achieving all those goals. Bam. Okay, you can get another one. There's others in there. But we are here at the tail end. There's the conclusion in this blog. Okay, so that's the article, right? So now we have, let me just share my screen and just show what we've done over the last 30 minutes. We've gone from a blank slate. Let's just, this would have worked even if you had no idea what intermittent fasting was. We got a title. We then have the introduction paragraph. We then had the outline of what we were going to talk about in this article. And then we then took each of those topics or subtopics, we turned them into paragraphs with the content improver template. Okay, and now we've pushed out an entire article here and now have a conclusion as well and a call to action. So you literally have an article. So you would take that, and then let me show you something magical here. So I did do a bit of pre-work, and we take, so let's hide this. I'm going to share what that, so you go from that. The next step obviously is to then do some editing, add some links, do some research around it, add your images, and you can see how that could easily go from your text, excuse me, from a text article that you've just drafted into what you're seeing on the screen now, which is, well, I hope you're seeing it on the screen. What's going on? Okay, yep. So then you've got the article, right? So how to improve energy and lose weight. You can see here, I added a disclaimer. I'm not a medical practitioner. This is just something I've been doing and testing, right? And I've just taken, like, I literally created, this is like a 2,500 word article. I did it within an hour yesterday. I've added links to specific research, images that are relevant, links to articles that relate, all these sort of things. This is an issue with my website. The bullet points aren't working, but I'm getting my designer to fix that. So there you go. I've actually added images to it, all the things that you do with an article. I've even embedded my own story because I have had experience with this. I actually lost 8 kilos in 25 days with IF, and I detailed what I had done in that process here. It's all there. This is the article, okay? And I used Jarvis to write this, Okay, so that is, we've done it. We've gone from writing a new article on intermittent fasting. Now, this could be any topic that you want to write about. And then now let me just move over. Take a breath, first of all. Let me know what you think in the comments, in the chat, please. I am going to come back here and let me just show, let's bring you back to what we have just done. Okay, so hide. Okay, so, whoa, all right. Let me just take a quick breather. And I want you to come back here. Okay, so this is what we did. We created we took the 5 steps of writing an article. We used Jarvis to produce those. All right, and as I said, this is you can get access a free trial of the tool. Just head over to the link that's on the screen, and that will allow you to get 10,000 words for free, and you can play with that. Now, that is the power of Jarvis. Now, I did also say at the beginning of this session, this presentation, that I was going to show you how to go into boss mode and actually double the amount of time that it took us to produce that content. If you're interested in learning that, let me know in the chat, because I am going to show you boss mode. Now, if you have to go, that's all fine. You can come back and watch the replay. But if you want to stick around for another 10 minutes, I'm going to cover that now. All right, so let's go into okay, so this is what boss mode is. Essentially, it takes what I just showed you. So all those templates that you saw, you can access those with the lowest. So there's different plans that you can sign up for, right? You've got the free plan you can test out. You can access those templates fine with the free plan. If you want to then utilize the tool every month, I think it's something like $49 a month. This is US dollars. Excuse the sound of the guys down the road cutting down stuff. Sorry about that. They're doing road works. All right, so then there is a limitation though with the lower price plan, and you have a character word count in terms of how many words you can use on those plans. With boss mode, you can actually access unlimited runs and unlimited words, so you can write as much content as you want. I've heard of people writing 100,000 words in a month. That is insane, but that's more likely not just one person. It's probably a team working together. But just depends on how prolific you want to be. Something that Jarvis does is it does character lookbacks. So when you're writing, let me just show you what I'm talking about here. That's probably the best way to explain it, is to show you. All right, so if you sign up for the boss mode, let's just do this. I'm going to share. Okay. So if we go back to the templates, right? You'll notice that there is a template here called the long form assistant, and in that it's got a green circle with pro on it. So that's only available for the pro plan or the boss mode plan. They're 2 different plans. We're going to talk about, let me show you how that works, okay, so you can understand it. Right, so one way to do an article, to write an article, is just exactly what I did. So I basically had a notepad open, and you might have a Google Doc open or a Word doc, whatever it may be, and you're copying and pasting in between the two. That's, that can slow the process down. What if you had an editor, a long form editor inside the tool that you could use, and you could produce the content directly in the tool? And this is what this is, okay? So you can start from scratch like this, all right? And so if we were to do that article using the boss mode and a long form editor, you would then be able to just put your title in here, okay? And let's say, now this can only be done in the boss mode, is you can actually give Jarvis commands, right? So you can say, hey, Jarvis, write an introduction paragraph for this article. Okay, so I'm giving it a command, and then what I do is I press. There are different keyboard shortcuts, so I could press Command Enter to run the command. So I'm going to do that. So Command Enter. So you see look at what's happening. It basically highlighted that command, and now Jarvis is doing what I just instructed it to do. Okay, so it's writing the paragraph for me right here. Okay, so intermittent fasting is a pattern of eating, blah, blah, blah. Benefits of this are fat burning enzymes, risks are shown. Okay. All right, so I can then add, in this article, we will explore what fasting is, how it works, and how you can get started. All right, so now I can also say, well, hey, I've got, thanks for the introduction statement. Hey, Jarvis, what write an outline for this article on how to lose weight. Okay, so that's a new command that I'm giving it. All right, so I'm going to press Command Enter. And look what it's doing. So it's basically written an outline for me. All right. This is the same thing as what we did before, which was to go to another template, right? So we actually went to the blog outline template, and we were able to produce an outline like this. But as you can see, with boss mode, you can actually do it in here. Jarvis does it for you. Just give it the command, and it does it for you right here, right? I can then put some information in here. Right, keyword, target. So, right, and then I can also define the output length. So right now it was set on medium, so it's just giving me short paragraphs, but I can ask it to give me longer paragraphs. And now you can see this really just accelerates the process of writing the content, right? And so for me, it's unlimited word count is a benefit here, and also the ability to use commands, right? So also, if you wanted to use the other templates, you can actually do that. So in here, there is something called power mode. If I click power mode, you can see I can access all the templates like I did before, right? So I can basically copy this, go into the content improver, right? I can put it in here. What is intermittent fasting? All right, I can hit generate AI content. So I can run the template from inside this mode as well, all right? So it just gives me more control and speeds up the process for me, right? So there you go. I can copy that, put it in here, boom, all right? So this is what we can do. So I can come back to focus mode. And there is another mode here, which is SEO mode, which I won't go into here, but there is a tool that Jarvis can connect with and integrates with called Surfer SEO. And then if you have access to that tool, which is a different, you need to get a subscription with the other tool. You can actually use that tool within this workspace to optimize your articles for ranking on Google as well, which is super powerful. And I'm going to do a separate video on that for anyone who's interested in learning that step. Okay, so this is boss mode. I'm going to leave it there. What I will show is that, let me just hide this. Okay, so with boss mode, you essentially get So Jarvis is, when Jarvis is writing in boss mode, what it's doing is it's reading all the text above the point at which you're asking it to write, and then it's taking that context and it's creating, it's learning, right? It's learning, and then it's writing new content based on that context, right? With the other plans, Jarvis only looks back at the last 600 words. With this mode, it looks back 2,300 characters. Sorry, 600 characters with the lower plan. So unlimited runs. Oh, what are we doing? Okay, so if you're interested in checking out boss mode, and I highly recommend it if you're going to be writing a lot of content. The price will change on July 9. So go and check that out. There's a link here. If you click on that, that will allow you to access boss mode, and you will get actually 10,000 words bonus if you use my link. So if you decide to downgrade at a later stage, you still get to keep those additional 10,000 words and can use those. Okay, so that is boss mode. Let me just pop that up on the screen for you here, in case the link is not clear. Okay, there we go. So if you want to access boss mode, just head over to that site. Go pro. James is blown away. I love it, man. Love it. At least I got some value out of this too. Wonderful. And then that's it, guys. And girls, we've basically gone through just a quick recap. We've gone through what is AI copywriting software, what is Jarvis, what can it not do. Yep, let me just get that for you right now, mate. I'm going to pop that link into the chat for you, because this will be, and you can see now, this is why I'm so pumped to do the article writing challenge with a group of people, because we're gonna just smash it. Let's put it that way. And I want to be like, hey, I'm gonna help you create some of the best content you've ever created. So let me just copy this link here. I'm going to put it in the chat. James has requested. Okay, hope that's coming up for you. Okay, yep, the link is in there. Now, so the best thing for you to do right now is you get to go and play with it, right? So for those of you who are more interested in just the free trial at first, you can do that as well. Let me just pop that link into the chat as well. Go and grab the trial, or if you're ready for boss mode and you're ready to be the boss, I know James is, jump on it and make sure you do that before July 9, because the price will change, right? So definitely worth the investment from someone who's been using it for the last 3 months. We're going to wrap this up. I wanted to say, if you have any questions, do pop them in the chat. I'm here. I'm going to respond to you, whether you're on YouTube or LinkedIn or Facebook. Hit me up, send me a DM, and let me know, if there's any questions at all that you want answered. I'm here to support you. And I want to say thank you so much. You're awesome. And thanks for joining me today. And look out for some additional training that will be coming up around this tool and other tools that I'm using as well for content. And if there's anything you want to learn specifically about content marketing, article writing, copywriting, throw it in the chat, send me a DM. Happy to help you out. Okay, so that's it. Thanks, everyone, and we will see you real soon.